We're not getting heavy just yet, though. One last song before we get heavy is, well, as a weird one. We don't usually listen to rap music on our channel, but I feel like, you know, maybe this warrants a little bit of a switch. NF. Have you heard of NF? A rapper that has been making rounds for the last couple of, well, not for the last couple of years, but for a couple of years before that. Then he just kind of disappeared for a couple of years. Now he's back with the new track and the new announcement for the new album called Hope. So my story with NF is that I really used to like him a lot in late high school / early college. I've been listening to him like crazy. He's been one of my most listened to artists back in the day, but kind of dropped off of the sound. Kind of stopped listening to rap altogether. It would be cool to see if this catches me back. What just got too much for me is the very preachy nature of his songs. Not necessarily bad, but it's just, I feel like he does it a lot with his music, and it just, like, some of the tropes get repeated a lot. So let's hear how this sounds. I haven't really heard anything about it. It is a title track, which makes me believe this could be like an intro track, which could take away from the song, but let's hear it. NF also has some amazing music videos, so it's going to be at least a spectacle to watch this. So let's do it. NF, Hope. 5 minutes long. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting.
In the recent years, he's been singing a lot more on his raps, which is good. Versatility.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest.
We got lyrics.
Promising progress, well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like
I like this beat already. Super simple, but dramatic.
Hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run.
That little bit reminded me of like 21 Pilots.
Give the people something different. So without further ado, I
That was a very
like to
stacked vocal.
my album. Hope. What's my definition of success?
I'll call back.
Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit because they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the fears and
I mean, the lyric game is, as usual, strong as fuck. The back and forth.
If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage.
I mean, this is super impressive. I'll get to the thoughts later.
I was someone different, looking for some validation.
Just wait.
They get it.
Oh, that was a sick transition. Oh, Mansion? That was a sick album. Is he in the mansion now? I like all the callbacks in his music, but it does make it does mean that new listeners have to like know the lore perfectly to understand his music, which is a little tough to pull off.
very evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons.
Is this Outkast?
Realize that
Is that
if you
the
want
song?
to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever
it's
going
very
to show up.
disjointed as a song, right? This almost doesn't feel like a song. It feels like an intro. Which is probably what it is.
30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of
Jesus
suffering,
Christ.
30 years of
How many
torment, 30
things
years of
can he
pain,
rhyme
30 years of
together?
bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved.
I really love the stacks.
Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid.
Back and forth. It's cool. Very good production.
Reigns.
He's taking the reins. Well, there you have it. Like I said, this is very impressive, of course. For someone who, I mean, I don't listen to rap outside of NF pretty much at all. Maybe here and there a couple of times, but this doesn't really work as a song for me. Because, you know, a song needs to have a replayability value. I feel like this, even though it's fucking impressive as shit, it's very versatile. It's like a journey. There's no repetition. Well, there's a shit ton of repetition, but I mean like within sections. Yeah, this feels like more of a trailer to the album, which he does that for every album, so I'm not really surprised by it. But even, what was the previous album called? Not the mixtape, but the album before that. I also had an intro song for that, and that song worked a little bit better for me. This just feels a little bit all over the place. The Search, there you go. Yeah, The Search, the song, was much more of a song than this is. So, like, I'm impressed. This is sick. I doubt I will ever come back to this song because I want to listen to it. It's kind of like the mixtape song Story. Like, it works really well with the music video, but on its own, it's a little bit like... The album version doesn't have mention part or the pause later. Well, yeah, actually, that's a good point. I feel like without those drop-offs, without those pauses, this would work a lot better. So I'll listen to the Spotify version later and kind of finalize my opinion on this, but... fun stuff. I'm glad NF is back. I mean, I enjoy a lot of his stuff. I think the mixtape, actually, Cloud's mixtape, is his best work yet. It tops, for me, easily pretty much everything he's done before that. Not to say that the stuff that he's done before that is not good, but Cloud's mixtape was just like the most music that he's ever made. It also has a Tech 9 feature. Come on. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I've had a long break from NF, and now I'm ready to get back into it properly and just enjoy it for what it is. And yeah, the lyrics are sick. The callbacks to old music is sick. The style is sick. The music video is just a movie at this point. So yeah, no, good all around. My only criticism is that this is not really a song, you know. So, Hope by NF. New chapter, April 7th. But that was that.
In the next one. See you in the next one.